Bomb. Yes. Yeah. Ugh. Hello, the virus. Oh. Still looking for shit. Oh my god. Oh, this might be the one. Well, not quite. Yeah, but need a bit of an angle on the back. This might be the one. Tiny as fuck though. Holy shit. I just make the legs longer and then we can call it a day maybe. Okay, yeah. Eh. Fuck did the neck go? It disappeared. What am I looking at? Oh, I just realized it's turning around looking at us. Oh my god. Not enough pixels. Hello, wizard. It's hard to focus today. I can't clear my mind here. Oh my god. Now, let me see if I can. No, thank you. No, thank you. My sound system kind of broke today. I don't know, like something didn't start. Like my virtual audio cable didn't start for some reason. Weird. Yes. You know, if you like. Maybe it's the size. Maybe this press. Maybe not. Yeah, thank you, Wizard. Eating shit over here. Holy shit. Okay, I need the website. I don't know where it went. Okay, can we do this? Yeah, this one is. Moist side. Alright. Perhaps, maybe. Well, celebration, I mean... It'll probably just be another stream, no difference. I mean, it's tomorrow. Just another day at work. Another day at work. Okay, I cannot, dude. I cannot focus. Sometimes I'm just desynced. And then it's just a pain in the ass. Everything is messed up. I don't think I'll be able to get something that I want. Yeah, it's a... Yeah, no, I'm desynced because of things that's happening in real life. It's not because of anything else. It's fine. This is not really gonna work today, I don't think. This is not the right headspace for this. It's a bit heavier on the loading, and it requires more focus than this. Yeah, I'm just gonna start moving stuff. Start this up. Also, I realized that we already did this pose. This is the exact same one as the one we did for the vending machine. It's pretty much exactly the same. This is a very good example of when I was saying like how things are not very original over here. Is that the same things play over and over and over in my head. I feel like, okay, maybe it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty similar. But like, I feel like maybe it's like my brain is like, hey, you haven't drawn it well enough. So here it is again. Go do it again. Mayhaps. No, this is not a stop streaming thing. This is a keep drawing thing, and then it will just line itself up. The problem with the lineup is that it takes time, and more likely than not, once we were done aligning, we were done streaming. So it'd be better to spend that time doing something simpler, where the requirements are a bit lower. But that being said, I don't know how long it's gonna take anyways, so we're just gonna do whatever it is. We're just gonna keep painting if we can. Just let the work kind of reset us, hopefully. That's kind of big, huh? What do I decide on the... How big are we? Maybe a little bit smaller than this. Oops. I mean, today might be good for administrative work, because I do have to... I have this set of sketches. You should look at the stupid lines. The fucking number of lines is crazy. Because I collected all of the sketches we ever did. It's all here. Actually, why is it doing this? I don't know what is doing this, but... Oh, it's the one for this. It's that big Faye picture that we never finished, but... I'm trying to collect all of these sketches that we have for Faye and for Rhea. What? Oh, right, because I keep opening old folders, and now I got removed from the recent list. The plan is to have all the sketches and all the stuff dumped out, so that I can update my page with all of the sketches as well as the completed pieces. Although it's not a very comprehensive list. I think I missed some. But as long as something has like a representation, I think it's fine. And separately from like the main portfolio, this is meant to be a lot more comprehensive. Like everything is going to be there, regardless if it's a study, regardless if it's going to be like if I agree with the proportion or stylization or not anymore. It's just going to be all on that one page. And I don't really know what's it for, if I'm being honest. Part of me feels like maybe, like, okay, so it's meant for this, right? So this page here. Oops. I have the original stuff. I'm gonna dump it here. And then we need tagging and then maybe a filter somewhere up here for sketches, incomplete stuff. And then all the other stuff is not yet updated either. Yeah. What I feel like could be useful is like, you know, I don't know, for other people to see my own sketches, but I don't think it's very helpful. But I guess it's more for myself that it's all in one place. It is right now all in one place, but I guess it's not quite cleaned up yet. But we have a lot of these. But at least all the stuff that I've drawn up to now have already been collected out. I just need to go through all of the collected stuff and try to lay them out nicely. So that I don't actually put up like I don't know, 100 different pieces of images. That'd be a bit too much. But so that is one piece of work that I'm doing off stream, and then there is another piece of work that we have to do. I need to clean up face sheets. We can have another thing up. And here. What? Where? Oh. Partial reset. Minus. Still can pass. There is a page for finding canine head, well, actually animal head references, depending on the angle that you want. It's a GitHub somewhere, but I forgot what's it called. Shit. Oh, never mind, I found it. What? Okay, hang on. So this thing here, you can just like move the skull a little bit. Sorry, which one? Where are we doing? You can even tilt a little bit like subtly like this way. And then you can change it to be any animal you want. Search. But it's only for heads, so it doesn't work for body. Body usually have to deal with it ourselves here. Yeah, a bit of a turn I think makes more sense. Yeah, proportion and anatomy. I feel like it's not lining up properly to the body. Wait, what? Oh, it flipped it for me. Oh, interesting. Yes, because it's not very good here. But maybe... Yeah, I can feel my heart doing weird things. Just sitting here. He kind of just does his thing. It wasn't this frequent before. I think it was like maybe like once or twice, like a day. Pops. Now it's like increased duration, and then it's also increased frequency. We get like multiple episodes a day. Like above double digits number. And then it's also lasting a little bit longer. But it seems directly related to amount of sleep. It's just that right now it's like a weird transition between like winter and summer. I mean, it's supposed to be summer, right? But like temperature-wise, it's kind of weird sometimes. So things can get really hot with the heater on or off, or like are really cold with it off. It's just really hard to get it right. Yeah, the loading is a little bit interesting. It's just that there's no good way out of this, right? Because like mentioned before, I think even if I do stop streaming, it's not like the stress is going to get any lower. The stress is inherently a part of being alive for me, I think. It's just like everything is always like that. The faster we can get things done, actually the faster that we can lower the stress, right? But so stopping streams isn't exactly gonna help. Making the timing work better would, though, I think. As long as sleep can be improved. But sleep improvement is also kind of like a freaking gacha game every night. But if I sleep or not, or if I just drift in and out for like 4 hours and I have to go to work, you know. It's always been a bit of a toss-up. As I was going through some of the old, like the pain 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see like pain 14 we're on. I just ticked the number up. But yeah, we changed the number every time there's like too many layers in the folder, right? In the file, right? Because it gets laggy and this and that. And then I keep coming across these folders that have like one layer in them with like one half-drawn face in them. And as I can feel it, like those days where we don't really get anything done. Today will probably be one of those days where I just kind of go back and forth a little bit. Something mechanical might be nice. This doesn't work. Not reading correctly. Nothing is clear. That's too stylized, perhaps. Hang on. Oh, maybe dog would be better switched. Hello, Curio. if the mine isn't like quiet, it is kind of interestingly hard because things don't look right. I'm trying to disrupt that by blasting music in my ear, and then I'm just gonna go loose and fast. Just think about the strokes. I'm not even actually trying to get the everything done correctly proportionally. I'm just trying to move enough so that we move away from just getting stuckness. Like, this looks so short. I can see it, but I don't care. We get DDoSed. I'm gonna DDoS the DDoS back by just ignoring it aggressively. And I will try to lay down some foundations. I think, like, so anything that's more artistic decision making wise is gonna be really hard today. So something dry and more fundamental, more technical might be better. Like just setting some stuff up. I think I'm lacking a rough idea of the shapes. I've seen people use like a big egg shape kind of thing for like the torso, but I don't really know how it works. And then like the hind legs are always kind of like a little bit smaller. Does this rise from the chest for animals? Like the belly is like smaller or something. I don't know why, but no usable framework for animals at this point. Maybe 3D can take care of this. Tiny like, come on. What's the other one? Whoop. Enter middle sequence and target one. Lower. Oh yeah, this is lower. This is more extended though. Still kind of this way. Breaking away. Looks so odd, like is it like a fucking dragon or something? What? Why is the neck so long? Why is my neck so long? What? Sea lion. No, like animal. A D shape. Not like this, right? A two-tail. A melon pun two-tail. Turtle. Minded. Hoggers. perspective is worked into this, huh? Tiny. Pointy like this. Reverse it? Oh, I see. Well, I don't know what a sea lion is, to be honest. I don't know sea lion, walrus, seal. Is there anything else? I'm not sure. Oh. God. It's... Unload it. Unload it. Check. And then spawns here. This doesn't really exist, this line. Flat. Where are my shoulders? Here? It comes back. Big. Oh, I'm pretty sure we used this ref before, but like the sleeping one. This one here. It's the same butt. Interesting. Yeah, sequence. Hello, show. Gaga. Sequence limit. Today is nothing. I don't think anything is gonna get done today. We're just try to do what we can. We just do things. Today is one of those just do, don't think too much days. I'm just trying to maybe pick up some movement anatomy because I'm getting stuck anyways on the thing. I'm not looking at their guidelines anymore. I'm trying to come up with my own now. Because without guidelines it's kind of hard. But what the? Like, you kind of need your own guidelines anyways. But like, what the hell? Like, what? How does this body twist it like this? I guess maybe like this. No, it's just the usual. Like I whether if I sleep properly or not is a toss up. So when I come in, if you hear that I'm tired, it's because probably because I didn't really sleep. Nothing new. It's just the usual. It is a problem though. Like my heart issue is related to this lack of sleepness. Wait, sequence? Oh. Actually, this is interesting. But it's not like I'm trying to not sleep. It's just that when the time comes, it's hard to sleep. Oh my god, this is so weird. What? Oof. Okay. What am I looking at? What is that? Oh, so this is the front paw in the middle, I think. And the two hind legs are kind of floating. Back up? Nah. I don't have a checkup. I need to go if there's a need to go, if there's an issue. The last time I went for this issue, it wasn't really caught because it's too sporadic and random. I spent like the entire day there and there was zero conclusion. I mean, that's kind of how it is, right? Like, unless you have your own personal doctor or something, you have money. If not, most of the time for normal people, it's about having a severe enough symptom that they can see it clearly and then diagnose you. Until then, you're not worth looking at, I think. Just because the resources are spread really thin. You know, you think with free healthcare, things are nice, right? But like, it usually means everything takes forever. Resources are spread really thin. That's what the fuck? This looks nothing like the... That should be a very important line here that separates the front and back planes. Like, all the foreshortening kind of needs some guidance here, I think. Also, proportionally might be kind of fun. It's okay. I try to do the thing I did before. We're gonna try and rein in some. Oh, lifestyle habits and try to change the schedule around. Like, I think a big problem is that the sleep is kind of split into two right now. Like, polyphasic sleep isn't really a unheard of thing, but like the way I'm doing it is kind of weird because I sleep for 2 hours, I wake up for 3 or 4, then I go back. It also comes with some weird downsides, like I always sleep with a full stomach if I eat anything. No, the virus, not this cycle. Not yet for this cycle. I got distracted by the head. I forgot what I was saying, but anyways. Probably not important. I made it too big, that's why, okay. There's like some stuff, okay, so like seeing doctors or not, like logically it sounds like, hey, you should go right now. But there's a couple of things. First of all, just because I go, it doesn't mean they will actually do anything, as shown last time. Second of all, like even if I did go and they did catch it, this is not something that can be miraculously solved with a medicine. You know, at the end of the day, it comes down to you balancing out your workload, balancing out your priorities, and then doing a lifestyle change, which I can just do anyways. So it's not like I go there, I magically get cured. It's not one of those like take medicine and finish kind of thing. So like in terms of requirements, like it's unless you're literally dying. Otherwise, even if you do go, they probably don't really care about you. Sorry, not probably. Like they don't care about you. I have been on that waiting end of the side quite a few times already. You just kind of sit there until you're good, and then they tell you to get out. Pretty much. You wait like 10 hours, and then like you're miraculously cured by sitting there. That is true. I suppose that is a possibility. That that is true indeed. Well, won't be the first, won't be the last, I guess. Why does it look so weird when you draw it like this? I think you lose some information. Or it just looks kind of weird. Where did my stuff go? Okay, let me push. I'm gonna do the same thing for these guys. Spawn here. Oh shit. Yeah, it's not that simple. I can't just take break because it messes with my head a lot if I do take breaks. At the end of the day, it's all kind of in my head. Some of the reasons why I can't sleep. Why we're doing this in the first place and this and that. I don't know how to resolve it other than through actually doing things. I feel like too much time has been wasted on stupid things. So the only way to justify rest is with actual issues like this. And then I'll start to try to clamp down a little bit. I think I might be like too scared to stop. Sometimes I do feel like I am like the thought of dying while working is still better than stopping and not moving. What am I looking at? Why does it look so short all of a sudden? Okay, hang on. Where's target? Slightly longer than this? Oh, we kind of messed up. Okay. Yeah, originally I think like the plan was to kind of go all out, and then we burn. I always knew this was a burn, actually. From the beginning I knew this wasn't sustainable. But I was hoping to end somewhere where we are a little bit more stable. Where things are a proper conclusion. We have progress, right? But I still don't feel like there's anything to show for just yet. There isn't a stabilized sequence of doing things. I think, and at least like the simplified style maybe, because I was like, what we came out with recently is pretty similar to something that we've done before in the past. And I think that is proof that we are kind of sort of coalescing towards one thing. And that is my definition of stability, that you have one thing that is you can reliably bring out. So there is that. But in terms of like doing something a little bit more technically impressive, we don't have even a proof of concept. I mean, maybe like the previous one with 13, that painting is like decently getting decently up there, but then we're missing quite a lot of other things. Shapes are not that clean, and then some more bashing, some more actual physical like details and this and that. Working some of those like photo bashing things in to the process. If you can have a style that has all these different elements in there and have it be stabilized, or at least show a sign of stabilization, I think that is at least the least we should do, that I should do. Anyways, we'll see. I intend to keep this going for as long as I can. Or until we make it work. Or until my body gives out. A little bit more than this. Oh, okay, this guy's just a tube. Peace sign? Shit, I forgot how it sounded like. Anyways. I haven't listened to anime songs for a long time. Okay, alright. Here? Hibern call. Come on, it's actually this or not. Okay. Entry is 0. Okay. Oh shit, too far. Okay, that makes sense. So that will explain this part. god. Can I say a word? Yeah, it's about the right angle. Okay. I don't know. Where my stuff go? Okay. Okay, what is this guy doing? This guy is... I want one paw here, which I think based on the angle and how their shoulders work, I don't think it means we can turn the body anywhere else but like a bit side, like coming in kind of vibe. I want the head here. See. Push forwards, I think. Are we doing this? So main first. Which way is this turning? I think that's acceptable. This way. No negative. Is it okay? No, not okay yet. The neck is gone. Where the neck go? Where neck is? Where neck? It's more like this guy, I think. It's very trippy because this line art doesn't encompass fur volume, but the head is drawn with fur, so it's kind of trippy. I think the body needs to be smaller, even though the head is really small compared to the body in the guides. Just because the head has the volume of the fur included. Very trippy. I think it's somewhere here. Maybe not though. I might... Anyways. Just make the thing work here first and then join it later. Rescale it afterwards. Before we open it fully. Before main is you come in. Yeah, but then it would be this one here. Greyhound running. What? What? I suppose. Not as fast. Oh wait, hang on. It's so weird, right? Because this is drawn, this is vibe drawn. It's like vibe coding but drawn. I need to somehow grab a outline out of this so I know what the outline is supposed to be like. And then from this outline I'll use this as a guide to put a head onto this setup, and then we can okay, whatever it did. Anyways. What is he talking about? Oh my god, what is he talking about? Where's the marking on the face again? Right to disclosure. Too big than this. Maybe like here. Is it even the same thing? It's less smiley, but we can fix that. It's just whether if the angle is about the same. I think maybe... Wait, maybe it's just this line. It's not as big a thing, I think. Here's a kind of too big. Some of the angles are not as nice, for sure. I don't know yet. I don't know how this works. Suppose this is the case. How does it join? Maybe I just use this. Okay, I think it's coming together slightly. It looks a little bit better now. I don't know what changed. I think I just... No, not yet. I'm not even done yet. Hang on. I'm trying to bump up the volume from the original thing. So the back fur is a little bit more tame, and then maybe this part can go a little bit more. Screen is black in here. Fur is too evenly drawn like that. Yeah, this guy is out of the way. Yeet. about here-ish. If we want more, we could potentially grab more. This might go up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it's not relevant for us, anyways. Maybe I overdid it. Bit of an underbite, I think. This thing got a little bit too far. If I want to pin it here. It's just a bit short. We have oh, it wasn't rotated. Never mind. Yes, thank you, Kirio. Good night. Or good day. Just good. Alright, see you soon, Kirio. Every time I try to make this like more technically correct, at least I think so anyways, it feels like it looked worse because it's losing something. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just the eye position. I just need to stop screwing around this part if the other one already works. It feels like it should be higher though. Maybe tomorrow's me will figure this out. After looking at this. Yeah, it doesn't look nearly as nice. Dang it. Okay, I guess we keep this. Then it's just whatever it is. Like, it's like if it looks good, I guess it works, right? We still do have to clean this up, so I do have to find where things are, and yeah, because of that, that means I do have to figure out why it works. Like, because we do have to reconcile the angles here a little bit. So I need the nose to point this way, maybe? Then I can do it this way, perhaps? I think it's like the ratio of these guys, the proportion size and all these things somehow just works. Yeah, this is so... Like, this nose is like pushing upwards like that. I don't know. That means these guys go out still? Yeah, okay, this is better as well. And these guys will have to go out too. Hang on, good for tomorrow. That's fine. Oh no, sorry, the other leg is here. Right, this one. Ish. Kind of. Yep. I think this is probably fine. I don't want it to cover this much because I think we want like a continuous shape through here. They have to be close, but not enough to just cut her in half. So maybe the paw would just be hand waved and it'd just be like that. And then like this part would just be dark-ish enough that we don't really think about it. That should be fine. Because we are trying to sort of go for a more painterly style like this. So some areas we're going to lose edges on purpose, hopefully. Hopefully, I say hopefully because I have this tendency to not allow myself to do that. It sounds really weird, right? I think like, why don't you just do it? Because it feels like it's wrong. Like, if you're using your sense of like what looks right to paint, it's kind of hard to work against that metric because you're using it at that moment. But potentially you might be able to just do something and then come back later and evaluate it. And then pre-program a set of movements and paints and then execute that based on like a fresh look. Yeah, I should stop doing this through the years. Maybe I'll do a little bit more realistic one, maybe like this. Stupid screen, stop blinking. Oh my god. Where's the other RH? Is it here? It's here, it's right. Where's the other ear? This is here. I might do some interaction with the ear, I think. It's okay. Only took us an hour and a half to get here. At least we're here, I suppose, unless the file gets corrupted. But I guess we do have the streams to get back to. I was cleaning out, I was trying to get all the sketches as I mentioned before, but there was one file that we couldn't recover. It was the only one that we ever lost. Because everything crashed and then the file just didn't save and the original file got corrupted too. And the backup file... I think the backup file, I forgot how it went. I think the backup file wasn't written or something for like a really long time. Or something. Or maybe we didn't lose as much data as I think, but I think we did. Alright, this is outside, we don't care. Okay. The other guy. Okay, the other guy looks okay-ish already, I think. With this setup. I just kind of want to get the scaling a little bit better, maybe. Actually, no. What do I not like about this? I'm not sure. There's some foreshortening because we are using this as a reference. But actually originally what I wanted was to keep this leg here and keep this leg on here this side. But like they're kind of big, so given that the frame is here-ish, this going outside of frame is fine. I think like because value-wise, this part is all going to get pulled down quite a bit. This part is going to not have a lot of value contrast like that. And the biggest contrast, I would like to keep it... So we do reflect the light on all of these guys. On all of them. And then as long as it's not in the reflected light, I would like it to kind of blend a little bit. Get very close to the actual background, maybe. Wait, no. Let me think. A line's gonna be a thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. We have to figure out the thing in the next step, which is when we do the black and white, but... Yeah, we just have to check, I think. And then colors going in and everything. Okay. Okay. I don't know if wolves get this licky. I mean, they do. I'm pretty sure they try to shove it down your into your mouth because that's the way of saying hello. But why is it so dark? Well. Is food for thought. This is outside. Where's my frame again? It's over here. So it slams down at the ear. Okay. Maybe we should extend it. But then the spacing here gets kind of weird. I don't really want to cut the ear off like that. But I suppose it's not the worst. Because what I'm thinking is the ground is somewhere here. The light is coming in from this side. And it's kind of bouncing up on all of these guys. So this part will be kind of dark. It's going to blend in anyways. This impact of cutting the ear should be pretty minimal. And then all of these places. We're going to render normal. And then we're going to pull it up with some kind of layer mode. That's fine. Okay, there's still something I don't like here. I feel like something is not... Like the neck is gone again, I think. Could this be lower? Where's the guy? It's this one. Because the shoulders are kind of like a little bit afterwards, so maybe I need more neck. I didn't give them a little bit more neck. This way. That? Oh, wow. Okay. Holy shit. But also at the same time because it's kind of twisted. I don't know. Horizon is like here. Here-ish maybe? So this... No, this is still too close, I think. This is still too close. Maybe it could be some kind of... in between. And then this part maybe should be a bit more this way. So maybe I should have to show some kind of... Oh, now it feels like it's still too short. Maybe it's just this part. Maybe I keep the hands. The arms unmoved. How about this? Right, the proportions, the perspective is not the same. Alright, next, more layers. What is this again? Shit. These guys can go for a bit. It's getting kind of messy. Oh, I did get a message back from my commission for the Pashiria. Apparently she just forgot to reply. And then she was sending out, finishing off some other stuff. So it's good that at least like we're not getting like she's not having issues. That's why she didn't reply. So things are still moving along, I suppose. But I still have no timeline. I didn't get a timeline from her either. Like as to like a when. Because I was asking, hey, you know, what's the timeline looking like? She's like, oh, I can slot you in, or something. But then like, I still don't know the time. Nothing to do but wait. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to keep ourselves busy here, and also I think like. Yeah, I mean, like, it's... The thing about, like, all these stuff is they are slower than art. Not a comment about people's work ethic, but just in general, the craft takes more time. And because the craft takes more time, the art and design sort of evolves faster. So, I feel like a lot of times, like, by the time you get it, you're like, ah, man, it's like, you know, it would be nice if it's like up to date to the actual current design, you know, because the current design is more proven, right? It's a bit more tested with more art and more ideas and this and that. But it is what it is. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the neck. I don't know if it should be thicker or thinner. Or maybe like it's supposed to be slightly thinner because I'm not really seeing. But like we do need to add fur, right? And then like if you push it even just a little bit, it looks like what it looked like before. So. Oh, I see what this ear is doing. I can finally see what's happening. So it's rooted here, turn to the side and pull back. This will be decently challenging when it comes to render time, but future me's problem, of course. I'm gonna leave the wolves as is. I think we made more progress than I expected already. Where's my body? Right here. So that's good. These guys, the original can go down somewhere. I need to figure out what the hands are doing, and also what she's wearing. The original plan. No wait, my original plan was something else. Because I was thinking of doing like a cleaner render thingy. Kind of like Arknights-esque render thingy. And for that, I was planning to just have her wear like Lapland's clothes. Because why not? Like shorts and like some kind of shirt on the inside. I forgot what it looked like. This one... What would help, right? Like, it comes down to like how the value is gonna work. If we want the bottom to be pretty bright, where'd it go? Does that mean that the top value should be similar? But like, as shown by this other artist, you don't really care. Like, where is it? Because you can just bring everything down. Like, this is pretty... This, I think, is meant to be like white clothing, right? It is brought down aggressively, value-wise. It's even darker than the skin. Maybe it's not white, I'm not sure. But I feel like it's white. So it feels like maybe we don't care. Like we don't have to think about it that way. That we need lower values means she can never wear white. But right, clothing design, right? There's a colossal course for all those courses for design. Her hair might get in the way too, actually. If I want to show stars and stuff, I show like lights and stuff in the back. Maybe I try to keep it more tame, so it will come down this way, and it will keep this area above. Because I'm estimating the building lights are gonna be here-ish. Just do it here-ish. Should I do a new layer or not? I'm not sure. Why not? One more isn't gonna hurt. Oh, right here. Did I do a... Alright, that place wearing like... Are the... What? These are not even like shorts anymore. What the hell? Was it always like this? These are like a little bit too short. Over here. Let me think, right? It would be kind of nice to have like a little bit more overlap like what we see here. But I wonder if it's appropriate because it is meant to be... It's going to be overlapping. It's going to be behind the wolf. I don't want necessarily too many competing elements here. So it might be easier to keep it simple. And then instead have strands to suggest more movement this way. But a little bit more movement, but it would be flat, right? Like it wouldn't be like sort of overlapping forms. It would be one big flat silhouette kind of shape thing. Tablet pan's glitching out. Everything is glitching out. I'm glitching out. My tablet's glitching out. Tablet pan's glitching out. Holy shit. My monitor started glitching out recently too. it would just randomly turn off for like a couple of seconds. I'm not sure why. I think the monitor is just old, actually. Because I'm literally not doing anything to like that can change the thing. Unless GPU is somehow unstable, which is kind of concerning, but there's nothing else that is failing that might be affected by GPU. Thing is falling apart. Oh my god. Oh my god. Womp womp. Wait. Which way is it? This looks more like fur render, like long fur render. I think sometimes like some of these shapes here feels like they're just like long hair, you know, like horse tails instead of actual like fur. Because it just looks like hair. It would be. I'm kind of on the fence about this. I like the longer sort of render kind of vibe because this feels really broken up. But at the same time, this is what it should be like. Doesn't matter at this stage. I mean, I just need to plan it out a little bit. But let's see. What's gonna be in this space actually? It's all dark stars, maybe building lights, maybe. Oh no, this is gonna be bright, right. This part is gonna be brightish, so it doesn't. I will push it here. I feel like it would be a little bit more through, like between the legs, kind of like if the momentum is pushing her this way. But if it's here, it's kind of annoying to deal with all the overlaps. And I do kind of want to be able to render a little bit more, perhaps. Maybe I'll try to go for like the messy long fur kind of vibe. A little bit more. Alright, I need to try to make it not too big though. Yeah, maybe I have to come in here anyways. So. Okay, it's kind of big. Okay, it's whatever. Give ourselves something to work with. Let's do a quick study of this. This is quite foreign to me. It feels a little bit unnatural. Let me cancel my brain's autocorrect. It's trying to correct for the tilt of the screen here. Because I can see the bottom frame. Bottom of the frame here. How do I even do this? What do you prioritize first? Let's say we get the big shape, please. Oh boy. Work tomorrow, work tomorrow, work tomorrow. Okay, let me... My screen just turned off. So it's primarily silhouette, and then we add in the other stuff during render, I think. So I think that should be like a core component where the dips here should not go beyond a certain point. I think that's how you're supposed to think about it. There's a lot of these spikes. Yeah, it's quite unnatural. Maybe I can do just a little bit of it, not this much. It is also shorter near the base, which is nice. Some attention to detail as well as at the tip. Oh, actually it is pretty well thought out. This artist does a lot of like this kind of fur render. All the characters are not furry but also all camo mimis and stuff. Actually, how does the ears look like? Anyways, I want some of this. So I think it's it looks like messy because the hair is kind of like how I draw the hair of Rhea, where it kind of goes against, like outwards, perpendicular, like. But still somewhat in the flow. Okay, so this plus this, you get this. Correct the math. You want the link for this one? Let me find it for you. I know this artist's name, I think. Wait, hang on, I can't find it now. Shit. Really? Not this name? Oh, I didn't know that. No? Never mind, I don't know their name. Okay, I'm gonna need like a couple minutes. Couple minutes. Oh no, it's right here. Is it in here? Actually, no, I can also search. Dang, I did get the name wrong. That's weird. No, okay. What was the sequence? It's light purple. Background uniformity. I think let's just do the usual. This should be default by now. I haven't updated this thing for so long. Not blankness score. I think it's uniformity. Screen's black. I cannot see shit. There you go. Oh, black again. Can't see shit again. Oh shit! I can't see anything again. God. Always a bit of a needle in a haystack kind of search. I am supposed to. It's supposed to be that feature that lets you search by uploading an image, but that thing doesn't really work that well because the computation it does require some GPU processing and this and that, and sometimes it screws up. I haven't tested it very extensively, so in the end, it ended up being not very usable. As useful as it is, it's not very usable. Oh, but it's this artist. Oh. Ozodomi. Oh my god, that's right. What? Bullshit. Alright, so... Right, Za? But anyways, here it is. thought it was read differently. I have a different Japanese friend who has the same name, but it's pronounced Ozaki. They have a lot of... my screen's black again. They have a lot of pretty tight renders. Especially in the past, when I first found them, it was... dang, how long ago was it? It was early 2020s, I think. Like 2021, maybe? It's like somewhere here-ish. It's quite a lot of work. But like now, I feel like the ones recently has been like super tight. I guess it's like a natural sort of progression. You get rough first and then you get more comfortable, I guess, in actually committing to some of the shapes. Like here, this is pretty nice. Like these scratches I like. I think it's part of the brush. Maybe these are actually drawn. This feels like it's part of the brush, so there's like two types maybe. Or maybe not. There's also noise, right? Yeah, there's noise on everything. But yes, anyways, I'm gonna keep this. I need it. Probably don't need this for the rest of the day. Target. Oh my god. I think the comp ended up getting a little bit too crowded. This one kind of worked because I feel like she has a lot more space to her side. We have many more space left. But with the wolves with her hair, it's kind of all gone. That spacing. Also, let me quickly just get the B5 comp sizing in. Indeed. So for B5 frame, this is what we're looking at. Let me see. It's a bit more space because it's not as narrow. Where's the center? It's here. So this has too much blank here, I think, because everything's pointed this way. It might lean a bit this way. Yeah, I also don't really get what should we show the feet or should I just like have it be out of frame? Because maybe somewhere here. Yeah, like no, I wasn't giving it too much thought. I just wanted her to be like kind of like this, right? This kind of character posing where you don't they're just like what they were just floating kind of thing. It was meant to just be like this, and then the wolves came in, and then the idea of her getting knocked over came in. So I guess you could say that she's being knocked off her feet a little bit, but the feet themselves are also kind of awkwardly drawn at this point. I might change it. No, actually, no, unlikely that I'll bother changing it, because the plan is to sort of have the values here be super duper light. Anyways, like kind of it's not really going to be visible, hopefully. I don't want to cut it off because it is a weird point to kind of cut off. Like usually you would cut off a little bit higher, I feel like in terms of like planning, right? Like because we were doing sketching, like this is such a weird point to like just not see the feet. It's like At this point, you might as well, right? Why not just show it? I think it's fine though. I think like we can actually even lose all the edges at the very tippy tip. It'll be very faint. We can just barely make out the feet. So even if the shapes and forms are kind of weird, I think it's probably okay. I hope. Anyways, we'll find out. Always a learning experience. Wow, I'm so positive. Holy shit, am I not the most positive art streamer you've ever seen? Holy shit. Art is so fun, guys. Absolutely, dude. I should absolutely get an award for this. It's just already getting kind of noisy, but I guess this part is not visible, so it's not really relevant. I'm just gonna take it out so it doesn't affect me right now, but... Womp womp. Let's see. Yeah, as per my own rules. Stuff. Sure, so this feed is actually gonna be here. This feed is in front of everything. I think the eye should be a little bit more intense. This front part should dip down more. The shape is not very nice right now. It's not very smooth, so I need to smooth this out a little bit. I do this and render. Okay. It was too long again, but why not? Yeah, no, I do see what you're going for. I also like sort of things that are like thinner, right, more slender. So that includes comp. That's why you see how my original lines were drawn a little bit narrower. But since you know, I could always just extend this and we have more space. Because the space this time we do kind of want. But the good thing is we are getting more proficient at doing roughs, or like more comfortable with doing roughs. So we'll find out before we go into final if we want more space or not. So it's not too big of a worry at this point. I just need to figure out the hair, the tail, confirm on the tail, which is just a time delay. Clothing and just what the hands are doing. What the dog doing? The hair might change a little bit depending on what the hands are doing, so that I don't have like stuff lining up like this, for example. If she's getting knocked over, this might be a natural place to put the hand. Be like, hey, what is up? Crowded, huh? I do feel like it's a little bit tight, but I think in this case it was the point, right? Because the idea is wolves are invading her private, personal space. So to feel a little bit cramped, I think makes sense. Although, like, for me, I don't even think of it as cramped. It just feels right. Beginning, I think I was talking about how, like, comp-wise, this part is really busy, and this part is really tight. I did feel it, and then after a while, it felt okay. But it was also... Oh, wait, hang on. Interesting. Where did that feeling go? I'm not sure. Just got removed, I think. Just got deleted. Yeah. Gone. Somehow. Yum yum yum. Okay. Maybe the tail should be a little bit higher. I don't like that it's ending all in the same spot. Push it up here. No area of rest. It would be the... No, but you're not accounting for like this kind of stuff. Because right now we only see lines. This part looks really noisy right now, but this is going to be like basically one big shape. The plan is to knock out everything here, like the value-wise. The lines are going to be lightened. The stuff is going to be lightened. It's similar to like if you look at some of these other paintings. If you think about like the line art, the jacket could have been drawn like with a lot more sort of lines and stuff. But once you paint in the stuff, a lot of the sort of noise goes away. So I do agree there's like a bunch of stuff right now. But this is also not the final thing yet. Right now we do just want to see where things are. And then later on with the black and white render, that's where we'll take care of some more of the stuff. I think only at the end of color rough even, I think. So it's sketching to lay out big silhouettes and big shapes and big ideas. Then value to sort of block out even more stuff. Also still mostly silhouettes, I think. Then color rough comes in and you finalize with stuff like value and color, like color contrast and this and that. Detail planning, detail contrast will be at this point. So we have areas that are designated low detail areas right now as well. And then this part will be taken out. Hopefully done well. What is this? Alright, okay. Yes, thank you, Dave. Hello, Dave. Hello, sir. Right, oh shit, where'd he go? Yum, 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 yum. Honestly, like, even for me, like, it's not like, I have some confidence in this just because we've done it before. But I totally get it, like, it's kind of hard to see very clearly. I can't see what's happening here either. I'm a little bit worried about whether if this part here can be shown clear enough, right? Perceivable, but not mess up this sort of dark value area, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of my main worries, I think. Stuff like the nonsense in the background, compositing and some photo bashing and some stuff. That's all done before, so it's all fine. What am I looking at? Sorry, did I send the... I haven't sent the link in Discord. Where's Discord? Yum yum. That's nice. Quick, simple, but very, very moody. Like, I like the colors. The desaturation here. Oh, it's a bit of glow too. I didn't notice that. It's very subtle. It's not that subtle. If I look for it, it's not really that subtle. It's such a different feeling, right? Seeing something like as a whole when it's done, as compared to when you're drawing it. When you first put this in, it's gonna look so obvious that, hey, obviously there's something there. But looking at someone else does it, it's like, oh yeah, it looks so natural, it looks great. Interesting lines here. Yeah, like pretty rough, pretty effective. A lot of gradients on the edges here, like just grouping all the values and stuff together. I wonder if they... So this part isn't very grouped necessarily. Like, the lines are pretty dark. The edges are pretty clear. We don't see a gradient on that. That is notable, I think. I don't really get the... I get that this is setting the scene up, but like, I don't really get this layout here. Like, It's kind of, yeah, like it's. Sure, I don't know if I have the capacity. I primarily just need to get my own shit done, and then like what are you thinking of? Render color breakdown? Are you looking for? Are you talking about someone else's art? If it's like a daily kind of thing, we can go through it quickly. But yeah. Yeah, sure. Send. I'll just do it quickly, I think. What are they doing? What is this? That's an interesting quality to like the render. Like there's always some big gradient in the bottom to blur some stuff out. There's even like a very obvious, like a very thick outliney kind of thing. It's like gradients are no, just like the bright areas are. This one doesn't have it, right? They do have a lot of blurring. Let's see. Oh, my ears are gone now. Maybe the music's a bit too loud. I'm getting to get tinnitus. Shit. Let me go somewhere else, a little bit more quiet. Nope, not you. This one's better. Oh no, the quiet one would be no, this one's fine. I saw a short YouTube short, and apparently like you can go to the moon in Genshin now or something. Like what? Let me see. I got it. But yeah, Duvet, I do really like this artist. Maybe this one's a bit too colorful for me, but like simple, effective. Looks kind of fun to draw, even perhaps. Might I be so bold as to suggest that it might be perhaps enjoyable. As always, it's really hard to for myself to actually try to do it. Yeah, sometimes my ears ring. I also don't talk about this because it's also not very relevant. But it just rings sometimes. Not so much like loud noises, more really just, I think, again, sleep issues. Like, not resting properly is kind of insane, but... Oh, I see. Rate this translation. A collection of their organized by own illustration color Chinese is trending. Haven't we seen this before? There was that one... Wait, I actually bookmarked this. I think I bookmarked it thinking that I would go and translate it afterwards, but I never did. I mean, these are not equal comparisons, I feel like, just because the lighting situation did change, right? We went from, like, the light coming in from the front top to, like, almost backlit with a very significant, like, I don't know, secondary light source from underneath here. As in, what's your question for this show? Because fundamentally, the rendering method is the same, right? It's just the color that's being used is different. And then colors-wise, it looks like you're just primarily trying to have more saturated colors. And then you keep the value grouping a little bit tighter. So you don't have like super high contrast in terms of value. Like not super bright and super dark. Slightly bright and slightly dark, right? Not much to say about render. Render is just blocking color and then try to soften the edges up a little bit with some markers or airbrushes or blur or blend. Is always the same, I think, in terms of render. Yeah, it's just a tighter spread of values and slightly more saturated, like more colorful palette. You just have more saturation here. But again, it's not a very good equal comparison, right? These two might be good comparisons because you're just keeping the light source exactly the same, right? But you're just changing the values and colors. You're bumping up the value contrast. And this and that. Actually, this seems like a before and after, really. Because this is not as rendered. This is more rendered. This one is an outright change of lighting situation and color. I think it's a bit of a cheat because in the situation here, right, you just simply don't have a way of adding extra colors. So maybe that is one of the main things, that you have to have more than one light source. And the light source has to be pretty colored. Like, this highlight doesn't even make sense. Like, where is the, like, this coming from, right? Like, it's... So I guess in order to make this more successful, you kind of need, like, a good set of palettes. I remember there's also other ways to work for this. Wait, can you do it for this? I'm not sure. I remember like quite a while ago now. I don't know, maybe like 100 streams ago, there was that post in Korean, which was also about like transforming your pieces at the end. With some layering technique. You merge everything, you duplicate the layer, you put an orange thing on like brightness, and then you merge it with that, and then put in highlight or some shit, and then it would make everything look super bright. Can I work on this? Like, if I take this, I dupe, I think it was an orange layer on brightness, and then the whole thing on hard light. Or was it on pin light? It's like some weird method that you can do at the end that actually helps you emulate something like that, but I don't think it's quite equivalent. Yeah, I don't remember what that step is. I don't know if anyone else remembers. It might be in the Discord somewhere. Look at the very short. Yeah, it's actually very pronounced here, but sorry, I mean the hair highlight comment doesn't matter where light is coming from. I mean, it's supposed to matter. But yes, you're right. I mean, but in this case here, this is actually consistent, right? The light source is from the front. The light source is from the front, and the highlights are from the front. This light source is main strongly from the back, and the secondary is a yellow one from the bottom. Nothing will suggest there to be a blue highlight from the front and top, which is why it's less consistent to me. But again, yes, you're right in that people don't really care. You know, you just put colors where you can. I think the... So, as for your question, right? Rendering, I think it's just like the same thing. You hard edge brushes, soft edge brushes, and then you have to just work it out yourself by understanding the form and just figuring out the edges slowly. But colors-wise, I think it would help to have like a whole bunch of references. And then... like, Show, I don't think you can justify this, because if you have light that's blue enough to do this highlight, it should be strong enough to see some effect of it on the rest of the character. You don't see a hint of any form of sort of blue light, blue or green or cyan light on the character. You see the colors here, unlike the bow tie and the eyes, which is why the colors don't feel out of place necessarily. but it's not justified in terms of like actually having a light source, I don't think. At least personally, I see it that way. You can put the colors here like this just because we have different areas that has that color, so it kind of doesn't feel out of place. And it feels cohesive that way. But otherwise, I feel like it's not very logical, necessarily. Where'd it go? It's kind of shit in terms of filtering. I'm trying to see if I can find more colors for you, because I think the only way to learn this color is to just have a lot of stuff to reference. Maybe I should saturation. Oh shit, my screen is black again. Saturation average set, and then value average all. And then we do these colorful looking boils. So you can see here, like we have the really dark and high contrast, the really colorful and high contrast, along with the really bright and low contrast and colorful and low contrast. I don't know if this... It's not necessarily like a big thing that I like, so I don't know if I have a lot of these at all. Color theory separately, I'm just going to throw some links out. I don't know if you want these or not, but I'm not going to make you think about if you want each one or not, so I'm just going to give you some. That makes sense. Color theory separately. We had a journey, quote-unquote. I can show you the notes for that as well, where we sort of embarked on a more, quote-unquote, targeted study. Where the hell is it? For colors. Actually, where the hell is it? What did I name the thing as? Stylization, right? I think it's the same stylization board. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's that logical. But in terms of like logic as it goes, I think like the blue thing is it's quite illogical. Right, see this color practice journey here was meant to just practice colors. So you could say that I didn't really start a color theory. I don't really get the theory part, because like there can be all these rules, but like they're like too vague. I think it's about just like having these specific examples of just like playing with colors. I don't really want to think too much like what the theory logic. I know I do a lot of logic on my own, but that stems from my own experience, so it makes a lot of sense to me. But other people's theories don't make a lot of sense to me, because it's kind of awkward to learn that way for me, I think, for art. I still think like logic, like the experience and intuition comes first, and then I extract the logic for myself, and then of course I end up teaching that sort of logic again. But then at the end of the day, I think like experience is still probably easiest. So I'm just trying to pull the colors over. The same thing. I'm trying to pull the colors over to some existing themes, existing photos. So something like this, we kind of did something like this. But yeah, nothing. There were like stuff that I learned. I kind of don't remember what I learned. That's why I wrote all the notes. I also don't go back to read the notes, because again, you know, if it's useful and important, I probably internalized it already. And then hopefully it's just there. I don't know if this is like one of the artists that you may have mentioned, but this is not quite the same though. Yeah, the hair highlight thing, I don't know if I am consistent with myself, but I always didn't really like that it didn't make sense, because it felt very illogical, and it made it really hard to draw. So I don't really like doing highlights like that. You don't really... This is mine, by the way. I just throw mine into the same board, but like this is January 1st. I don't do highlights like that because I don't agree with it. I don't know how like the other if I ever did anything that has that. Did I ever do anything that has highlight on the hair? Not in recent memory, actually. I think I did it before for stuff like this, but this was primarily because it was a great way to add color. So I allowed that thing. Though in that case I still try to keep it more logical, and then I for some reason didn't do it here. But anyways, there it is. Huh. I can't find one where we rendered and had highlights. Really? I thought I've been doing it myself too. I think some of these we did do, yeah. Amiya Ref again? Amiya Ref, if it's this one. It does have a, yeah, it does have a bit. He wants a stable. It's bad, but it's stable. Interesting. It's getting kind of boring colors over there. Screen is black. Color theory is color theory. I think only kind of makes sense after like you have experience of it yourself. Then you're like, oh, that's what they're talking about. This is one of my favorite like colors. Did I favorite this? Anyways, I'm getting distracted with... Oh, this has some interesting, colorful colors too. Yeah, I don't know how relevant this is to your original stuff like this. Yeah, I'm in the ref wizard. Shit, I messed this up again. Something like this. Not quite. This artist is not quite. Never mind. Is that right? Dang, did I let me see. It is, yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, like that, right? Like Lamau. At some point, I will concede. I think I will probably concede and actually end up adding highlights where it doesn't necessarily make sense. But I don't think I'll do it for the hair. It will primarily be for materials that's meant to be shiny and stuff like that. So rather than them being highlights per se, it is more about just trying to show that it's reflective, reflecting something like maybe out of the scene that isn't necessarily a light source, but just like maybe kind of bright or something. Oh, look, colorful colors. I don't know if you want this anymore, Joe. I'm just dumping more stuff, but then I'm just gonna copy link. I made a button that I've never used, now I can use it. Kind of small though, the copy link button. Could be a little bit bigger. Yeah, the math kind of sucks. It's not really grouping stuff very well. There should be a hue spread, saturation spread, and value spread. That way it's able to keep things in a certain range. And then we map it against the same thing, but for higher values or something, I don't know. This is for Pinterest, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yum yum. I think, yeah, for me, I think it's like maybe the mentality of the piece, what it's for. If it's like a cute character kind of render kind of thing, I might be inclined to do it. I think we did like yeah, this one with like Rhea in the mate's dress. Is this a dress? Okay, in the mate's dress, I'll do it because it's like a character art. It's like, oh, you can maybe do some of the usual things. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess it's the same thing, the variants, right? If there were like a background or something, then I guess then it wouldn't be something like this. Background is in like an environment background. Because something like this might have like a very cutesy like framing, like patterns and this and that, which might be construed like which also counts as a background, but will not be quite the same kind of background. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't do the colors on the hair. Did I not do it for the, I guess I didn't even color for these guys because it's black and white. Oh wait, I literally have a whole folder of all the pieces here. I can like go through everything. So no highlight, no highlight. Highlight here, character art. This one I didn't do it because I didn't think it would make sense, because I guess I could have put it here. But I don't really like putting highlights on long strands of hair like this, because the way I draw it makes it look really straight. Unless it's curved like that and you put it on the apex of the turn. If not, it should be a big patch of like highlight, quote unquote. It wouldn't be like a thing. And if I do like a thing here as well, it kind of cuts. It creates this line for the eyes, which I think is kind of weird because it goes against the flow of the hair. So I don't do it. This one has it. These guys don't have it. Probably because I forgot though. Alright, okay, see, this one makes no sense. This one is one that makes no sense. Although I feel like, maybe not intentionally, but it is kind of the color of the sky. Maybe you can say, it's like reflecting the sky. Ha ha ha. This is reverse highlight. Holy shit. What am I doing? How does this work? Does it work? That's kind of weird. But this one's got some graphic designy kind of like white outline nonsense going on, so it's slightly... That hand looks broken. Is that doable? I guess it is. It's very uncomfortable. Anyways, these guys don't even have colors. This one just bright. These ones were meant to add color. This one doesn't have it. This one's not done. This one is also in the dark. This one also didn't have it. I haven't paid attention to highlights in a while, huh? This ones don't have it. This one don't have it. Huh. If there ever to be a checklist for doing like sort of Duvet's dailies, having highlights or not should be part of my screen's black. Should be part of that thing. See this? 0 cents. What is this? Although I was onto something with adding some blue here, I think that blue could have been repeated across the board and it would have made everything look a little bit more colorful, but I think that is like what? Like 4 years too early for this version of me or something. This one here has highlight. No highlight. This one is interesting. This one I think was added for color as well. Counter is missing. Yeah, a few things, I think. I see. Some things here and there. This one doesn't have it. Majority doesn't have it. Okay, I see. Anyways, we still made some progress today. I'll probably hop off here. I need to give her white clothing. I need to give the hair's kind of got like a nice shape. It's very flowy and it's following through with the tail as well. Probably this part needs to have hair too. Just need to give her clothes and then verify the wolves. I think comp-wise, I'm gonna ignore it for now. It should be good enough. And then we can start. So tomorrow I can start doing the black and whites. We get the value right, and then we figure out the colors afterwards with gradient maps or this and that. And figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. Oh yeah, sure. No problem, sure. Okay, let's see. Checked. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for coming. Yum yum. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Things will probably end slightly earlier nowadays for a little bit, and then we see how it goes. But goodbye.